Hey, what is up? Welcome to 30 minutes of abs and core exercise in a Pilates style. All you'll need is a mat and some water, and we will get started with a warm-up. Do our first plank of the day, some abs and core exercises, our second plank of the day, and then we will be done. Welcome. Let's get right into it. Let's start on all fours, and like usual, let's start with some cat and cow movements. So let's start with the cat. Push the mat away around your back, and then drop your belly. Arch the back for the cow. Look slightly up. Let's do one more of each. Push the mat away for a cat. Arch the back. On the exhale, drop the stomach. Look up for the cow. All right, let's move to a cobra or a high cobra pose. So walk your hands forward, drop your stomach, drop your pelvis, let your pelvis fall towards the mat. Look up towards the sky. Maybe look side to side. You could also lower your forearms for a standard cobra. Let's come out of that. Shift our weight back to a child's pose. Push the mat with your hands. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Try to get your butt to touch your heels. Take some deep breaths here. Awesome. Let's stretch out the upper back. Come to all fours again. Raise the right arm up to the sky. Thread it underneath your left. Rest your right shoulder on the mat. Walk your hand forward, your left hand forward. Let your head rest on the mat. All of your weight into your shoulder, your right shoulder. Maybe curl the toes under for a little extra stretch. Awesome. Press your left hand back into the mat. Back to all fours. Lift your left hand up to the sky. Curl it underneath your right armpit. Rest your left shoulder on the mat. Walk your right hand forward. And rest your head on the mat. I think I already said that. We'll take a breath here. And on the exhale, come back to center. Come back up to all fours. So we'll start our first plank of the day. Each time we do a plank, we add on 1 second, so we're up to a 2-minute and 17-second plank. Let's step our right leg back, our left leg back. Get into that straight arm plank. So for the straight arm plank, you want to make sure that your wrists are underneath your elbows and your elbows are underneath your shoulders, so you're making a straight line from your wrist to your elbows. You want to engage your abs. Lift the navel up towards the spine. Engage your glutes. Try and make a straight line from your butt to your shoulders. It could be at a diagonal as well. But you don't want your butt above your hips like this. You want it in line with your shoulders or slightly below. Same thing with the forearm plank. You can go down to a forearm plank. Make sure your butt comes with you. Push your weight back towards your feet. Press the mat away with your hands or your forearms. Take some deep breaths here. Looking down at the mat, we're already halfway done with our first plank. Maybe rock your weight back and forward. Whatever works for you. You can also drop to your knees at any time if you need a quick rest. But as soon as you have it back, come back to that straight arm or that forearm plank. Retract your shoulder blades slightly. Take some nice deep breaths here. Last 30 seconds. Last 15. At the end of this plank, we'll shift our weight back to a child's pose for a few seconds. Last 10. All right, great job. Shift your weight back to a child's pose. We'll hang out here for a few seconds. Awesome job. Let's come to lying on our stomach. We'll do some ab exercises while lying on our stomach. Let me open up these doors here so I can stick my arms out a little bit. All right. So first, let's lie with our our forehead resting on our hands. Squeeze your legs together, push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up, and we're just going to lengthen our head off the mat with our head still attached to our hands. And we're just going to pulse our head out and forward. So it doesn't matter how high you go here. Just imagine lengthening your head forward, your neck forward. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest your head back on your hands. So let's realign here. Squeeze your legs together. Push your toenails down. Scoop your abs up. Lift your head slightly off the mat, and then we'll take a spinal rotation to one side. So you're just rotating your head with your arms attached, and then back to center. Spinal rotation towards the other side with your head still glued to your hands, back to center. We'll do one more each side. Back to center. And then last one. And back to center. All right, let's get ready for the next exercise. So push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up again. Legs are together. Arms are out in a T, so straight out from either side. And we'll circle the arms in one direction. Create some imaginary resistance. Imagine you're circling your arms through something thick, like you're in the deep end at the pool, or some Ready Whip, or some chocolate sauce. Reverse the circle other way. Small circles. Really extend your arms out in both directions. Keep your pelvis down, scoop your abs up. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. All right, place your hands back underneath your forehead. We'll do one more like this, and then we'll flip on over for the rest of the exercises. All right, so this time make a Y with your arms, and then a V with your legs. So you're making an X with your body. And then on your next exhale, lift everything up and reach everything to the corners of the room. So your arms are reaching diagonally, your legs are reaching diagonally, and then let them rest. Bring them back up, push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up, and lower again. We'll do 2 more. And then last one. This time, bring your arms together in front of you and your legs together behind you, and back to X. Arms and legs together again, and back to X. We'll do 2 more. Arms and legs straight, reaching forever and beyond, and back to X. Last one. arms together, and back to X. Let's go ahead and sit back into a child's pose for a quick stretch. Awesome job. All right, let's flip on over and do some abs and core exercise while on our back. So have your feet on the mat, knees bent. Let's have our palms down by our side. Let's do a pelvic lift, and then we'll move on with one-legged pelvic lift. So lower back is glued to the mat, palms are down by your side. Take a nice deep breath in. Knees are about as wide as your hips, or maybe slightly less wide. A nice deep breath in. On your exhale, slowly peel the pelvis up vertebrae by vertebrae, as high as you can go with your hips. So you should have a diagonal line from your knees to your pelvis to your shoulders. And then on the next exhale, lower it back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, bone by bone. Awesome job. Let's do the same thing, but this time with the right leg straight up to the sky. So right leg straight. Inhale, and then on the exhale, lift your pelvis up, bone by bone, until you're at the top of your range of motion again with your right leg, as straight up to the sky as you can get it. Then on your next exhale, slowly lower it back down. When your hips touch the mat, place your right foot back down on the mat. Let's do the other side. So left foot straight up to the sky. Inhale, then on the exhale, push the mat away, lift your hips up, left leg up to the sky. Hold it for a second, then on your next exhale, slowly lower it down to the mat. Awesome job. Let's keep on going. Let's do some crisscrosses. So from this position, curl your head, neck and shoulders up. Arms interlock behind your head. Bring your knees into tabletop. Take your right elbow, try and touch your left knee, extend the right leg out long, and then we'll slowly switch. Left elbow to right knee, never dropping your head, really focusing on the twisting of that knee to elbow. And then we'll pick up the pace, faster. Switch, 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 switch. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let your head fall to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock your knees side to side. Turn your head left and right. Awesome job. Up next, we'll do some leg lifts and lowers. So bring your knees into your chest. Knees and feet together. Hands down by your side. Lift your legs straight up to the sky. Then lower the legs just 1 inch. Your legs are still glued together. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 1 more. And lift. Keep your legs straight up to the sky. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders. Interlock your hands behind your head once again. We're going to do the same movement as the crisscross before, but we're going to keep our legs straight up. Take your right armpit this time. Cross it over to the left side and hold it. And then back to center. Try not to drop your head, neck, and shoulders back on the mat. Let's twist over, left armpit over to the right. and back to center. Right armpit over to the left, hold it, back to center. One more, left armpit over to the right, back to center. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest, lower your head to the ground, grab your knees with your hands, rock your hips side to side, and turn your head left and right. Great job. All right. Let's do a twisting exercise from tree pose. So place your feet back down on your mat with your knees bent. Lift your right leg up about knee height, and then curl up to sitting up with your right leg still extended. Take your left hand outside your right ankle, and then twist open to the right. Pointing your foot, sitting up nice and straight, keeping your leg as straight as you can. So if you can lower your leg but make it straighter, that's better than having it up here with it a knee bent. All right, on the next exhale, come back to center. Take your right hand on the inside of your right leg this time and twist open to the left, sitting up nice and tall. For every exhale, you might twist a little bit more, keeping that right leg as straight as possible. Great job. And then come back to center. Keep your right leg nice and straight, and we'll roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Looking at the live stream, my right leg is not that straight. All right. Just try your best. With your right leg up to the sky, left hands back down to the mat. We'll do some leg circles with the right, so start in a clockwise circle. Leg circles clockwise, using nothing but your low abs and inner thighs to do the circle. Everything should be still on the mat so your hips aren't wobbling around. Your left leg is secure to the mat and your right leg is making the circle. So let's switch our circle direction. Same leg, this time counterclockwise leg circles. Nice and big. Imagine you're pulling your leg through something thick, like motor oil. They have different like viscosities. I forget the name, the numbers. I think they were numbers. All right, let's do two more. And then last one. Bring that right knee into your chest, roll it around a little bit. All right, let's do the same thing with the left leg. So left leg extends up to hip height. Roll up to sit up, keep that left leg nice and straight, sit up nice and tall. Take your right hand outside your left ankle, twist open to the left, sitting up nice and tall. One more big breath here. Then come back to center. Left hand goes on the inside of the left ankle as you twist open to the right. Sitting up nice and tall. And then come back to center. Let's slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping that left leg nice and straight, nice and strong. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Right foot on the mat, knee bent. We'll do clockwise leg circles on the left this time. Nice big circles, pulling your leg through something thick, creating that imaginary resistance, really stretching your leg long, so try and reach. Imagine you were trying to drag your leg along the wall in front of you. We'll do 3, 2, and last one. Let's reverse the circle. So left leg counterclockwise leg circles.
One God for all the people on the face of the earth. One time God have made life.
We'll do 3, 2, keeping everything still on the mat, and last one. Bring that left knee into your chest, roll it around a little bit. And then bring your right knee in as well. Maybe rock side to side or stir your legs in a circle. Whatever feels good, stretch out your lower back. All right. Let's sit up nice and tall. Have each leg at the corner of your mat, so your legs are as wide as your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms out to a T, and we'll twist over to the right, and left hand tries to pulse towards the right ankle. We'll do 4 pulses, then back to center, sit up nice and straight, rotate over to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might only pulse a couple of inches like me. I don't have much mobility in my lower back. Twist over to the right again, reach and pulse for that right ankle with your left hand, as if you were trying to saw off your foot. Great job. Let's come back to center. Let's flip on over for some quick side planks. So lie on your right, feet stacked on top of one another or staggered, or maybe your right leg is down. So we're on our right side. We will pulse our hips up to the left. So find your side plank, right forearm on the mat. Lift your hips up, left arm up to the sky. We'll pulse our hips up 1, 2, 3, 4, and on this 5th one, hold it up. Roll your wrist around, look at your wrist, raise your left leg off the mat for 3, 2, and 1. Place your left leg down. We'll transition over to the other side. So now our left side's pointing to the mat, right side is up to the sky, right arm up to the sky. Let's pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the last one, hold it up. Raise that right leg up. Circle the right wrist. 3, 2, 1. Place your right foot down. Come back to your forearms. Lower down to your knees. Sit back in a child's pose. Take a little extended break as I turn the air on here. All right. And also grab some water. All right. Let's see. Let's flip on over to our back. We'll do 3 Pilates roll-ups. So flip on over to your back. Feet in front of your knees, a little further than before. Hands down by your side. Then raise your arms up to the sky. Lower back is glued to the mat. We're going to roll up as slow as possible. So take a deep breath in. On the exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Roll up as smooth as possible. When you get to the top, give yourself a nice hug. And then let's roll back. Relax your shoulders. Slowly roll back, vertebrae by vertebrae. When your head touches the mat, your arms reach up. Let's go for one more of these. Inhale, then on the exhale, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. I still have to use some momentum. Try not to do that. Give yourself a nice hug. And great job. Let's flip on over to hands and feet. All fours for our final plank of the day. and then we'll get into a cool down. So let's do that right now. Last plank of the day for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Extend your right leg back, left leg back. Start off our plank nice and strong. I'll go over the good plank form checklist again. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your wrists are underneath your elbows. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're pressing the mat away, slightly retracting the shoulder blades. Really engage those abs. Engage those glutes. Slightly engage the hamstrings. Have your toes curled under, weight shifted slightly back to your feet. Pressing the mat away with your hands. Looking down at the mat with your eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale. Focus on your breathing. Remember, you could always drop to your knees if you choose to do so. Try and get right back up. The only way to get better at planks are to do planks and not to give up halfway through. Speaking of halfway through, we're over halfway through the plank. Only 1 minute to go. Remember, you can always transition down to your forearm plank if you want to change it up a little bit. Engaging those abs. So imagine if someone were to come over and try and push you over. If you have good plank form and you have all of your muscles engaged, they wouldn't be able to push you over no matter how hard they tried. Last 25 seconds, you got this. After this, we'll go directly into a cool down. We'll shift our weight back to a child's pose. Last 15. The world record for this was like 8 hours, I think. So we could do at least 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Awesome job. Shift your weight back to a child's pose. Let's get into a cool down. Great job today. Walk your hands over to one side of the mat. Stretch out your body. And back to center. And walk over to the other side of the mat. And back to center. Let's come up to all fours again. Shift our weight forward to that high cobra. So walk your hands to the front of the mat. Let your pelvis fall towards the mat. Push the mat away. Nice long neck. Look at the corners of your room where your wall meets the ceiling. Awesome job. Let's come back to all fours. Do a couple cat cows. Drop the belly for the cow. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Push the mat away for the cow. I'm sorry, for the cat. One more of each. Inhale, drop the stomach, arch the back for the cow. And then exhale, push the mat away. Round your back for the cat. Awesome job. Let's stretch out our hips a little bit. Come to kneeling. Right foot forward, right knee bent. Press your weight into your right as you open up the hips. Maybe look up a little bit. Arms up to the sky. Lean forward again. Keeping that right heel on the mat. Come back to kneeling. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left foot on the mat, left knee bent. Palms on your left knee. Shift your weight into your left as you lunge forward, opening up your left hip. Great job. Come back to center. Let's come to sitting. We'll take a nice deep breath in here and let it all go. Great job. That was 30 minutes of abs and core exercises in a Pilates style. We are live every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you like the video, please join us again and also subscribe. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.